Behind closed doors in a Houston hotel room, a meeting was taking place that would send shockwaves through the basketball world. Alperen Şengün was about to make a choice that would divide his locker room and create enemies he never expected. It was March 2024, and the Houston Rockets were in the middle of their most promising season in years. Alperen Şengün, the 22-year-old Turkish center, had been putting up career numbers, averaging 21 points, 9 rebounds, and 6 assists per game. He was finally establishing himself as one of the premier big men in the NBA. But success in the NBA comes with a price, and for international players like Alperen, that price often involves impossible choices between country and club. The call came on a Tuesday evening, just hours after the Rockets had defeated the Lakers in a crucial Western Conference matchup. Alperen was still riding the high of his 28-point, 12-rebound performance when his phone buzzed with an international number. On the other end was the voice of Turkish Basketball Federation's head coach. The conversation was brief, but its implications were massive. Turkey needed him for the upcoming FIBA qualifiers. The national team was struggling, and without their NBA star, their World Cup hopes were hanging by a thread. For most players, this would be a straightforward decision. Play for your country, honor your roots, represent your flag. But Alperen's situation was far more complicated than anyone realized. What the public didn't know was that 3 weeks earlier, Houston Rockets management had called Alperen into a private meeting. The location? A nondescript hotel conference room, away from the prying eyes of media and fans. Present in that room were general manager Rafael Stone, head coach Ime Udoka, and team owner Tillman Fertitta. The message they delivered was crystal clear. The Rockets had invested heavily in Alperen's development, and playing for the national team during such a crucial stretch of the NBA season could jeopardize not only his health, but his future with the franchise. We've seen what happened to other young stars who prioritized international play, Stone reportedly told him. Careers can be derailed by a single injury in a meaningless qualifier. But it wasn't just about injury risk. The Rockets were making their first serious playoff push in years, and losing their star center during a critical period could cost them their postseason dreams and potentially millions in revenue. The pressure from both sides was immense. Turkey's Basketball Federation made it clear that declining to play would be seen as a betrayal of his roots. Turkish fans, who had supported him throughout his journey to the NBA, were expecting their hero to answer the call. On the other side, the Rockets organization, the team that had drafted him, developed him, and made him a millionaire, was essentially threatening his NBA future if he chose country over club. Alperen found himself caught in the middle of a conflict that extended far beyond basketball. This was about loyalty, identity, and the complicated reality of being an international star in an American league. After days of internal struggle, Alperen made his choice. He would play for Turkey. The announcement sent shockwaves through the Rockets organization. According to sources close to the team, Coach Udoka was furious. Several veteran teammates questioned his commitment to the team. The chemistry that had been building all season suddenly felt fragile, but Alperen stood by his decision. In a statement that surprised many, he said, "I am who I am because of where I come from. Turkey gave me basketball before the NBA ever knew my name." The fallout was immediate and brutal. Local Houston sports media criticized his decision, questioning whether he truly wanted to be a Rocket long-term. NBA analysts debated whether international players could ever fully commit to their American teams. But perhaps the most devastating consequence was what happened within the locker room. According to insiders, the team's chemistry shifted dramatically. Some players felt betrayed, believing that Alperen had chosen personal glory over team success. Others supported his decision but questioned the timing. The Rockets went on to struggle in his absence, losing 3 consecutive games and ultimately missing the playoffs by just 2 games. Whether Alperen's presence would have made the difference remains a subject of heated debate among fans and analysts. This incident exposed a growing tension in modern basketball, the conflict between national pride and professional obligations. Alperen's choice sparked league-wide discussions about NBA teams' expectations of their international players. Some franchises began including specific clauses in contracts regarding international play. Others started factoring national team commitments into their draft evaluations. The NBA itself was forced to address the growing friction between club and country interests. For Alperen personally, the consequences extended far beyond that single season. His relationship with Rockets management never fully recovered. While he continued to perform at an elite level, there were persistent rumors about potential trades and questions about his long-term future in Houston. The Turkish basketball community, however, rallied around their star. His decision to prioritize national team duty earned him legendary status among Turkish fans, who viewed him as a player who never forgot his roots despite achieving NBA stardom. Today, Alperen Şengün's decision remains a defining moment in his career. It established him as a player willing to sacrifice personal gain for principles, a rare quality in modern professional sports. But it also served as a cautionary tale about the hidden pressures facing international NBA players. The secret meeting in that Houston hotel room revealed the complex web of interests, expectations, and loyalties that these athletes must navigate. The phone call that started it all lasted less than 5 minutes, but its consequences continue to shape Alperen's career and the broader conversation about international players in the NBA. Sometimes the most important decisions in sports happen away from the cameras, in quiet hotel rooms where young men must choose between competing versions of loyalty. For Alperen Şengün, that choice defined not just his career, but his identity as both a basketball player and a global citizen. The secret meeting may have remained hidden from the public, but its impact reverberates through the NBA to this day. A reminder that behind every highlight reel and stat sheet, there are human stories of impossible choices and the courage to make them.